Hello friends, today we will have a look at the income tax liability of a cooperative housing society. Friends, there has been a wrong notion amongst many people that as a cooperative housing society is a non-profit organization, it is not supposed to make profits, it is exempted from income tax. That is not the case. Under the Income Tax Act of 1961, a cooperative housing society is also a taxable entity and it falls in the category of association of persons. Friends, what are the various types of income of a cooperative housing society? Let's have a look at it. The various types of incomes from which a cooperative housing society earns is first the contribution from the members, that is the monthly maintenance. This monthly maintenance is the members' contribution for various things like sinking fund, repair fund, lift maintenance, service charges for maintaining the society properly, and insurance charges, etc. And it is governed by the concept of mutuality. So, income which the society earns from the maintenance charges or the contribution from members is not taxable. Then is the interest which the society earns from defaulters who delay payments of their maintenance, and as a penalty some interest is levied by societies on the defaulting members. This amount also falls under the concept of mutuality and is exempted from tax. It is not taxable. Another type of income is the income which a society earns from investments. Now, cooperative housing societies are supposed to put their monies mainly in cooperative societies. It may be cooperative credit societies or basically cooperative banks. All investments and interest earned on such investments which are made by a cooperative housing society with cooperative banks or cooperative societies is exempted from tax under section 80P of IT Act, and such income earned is not taxable. Then there are fixed deposits which a society keeps in places which are not in the cooperative sector, that is maybe nationalized banks. So all monies earned on interest or dividends from instruments which are not kept with cooperative societies or cooperative banks but maybe in nationalized banks, such incomes are taxable. They are subject to income tax. Then many societies have clubhouses or open spaces, that is open grounds and all, which are many times given on rent for either some get-togethers or exhibitions or some tournaments. So the society earns income by giving such things on rent. These amounts which the society earns are taxable. Then there are non-occupancy charges which a society charges or levies on members who do not stay or who do not occupy their flats in the cooperative housing society. Such income, such non-occupancy charges received from members is taxable. Many members sell their flats and new members come in. Societies normally charge a sum of ₹25,000 as transfer premium or transfer charges from such members. This money is governed under the concept of mutuality, and transfer fees or transfer premium from members is exempted from tax. Then societies levies parking charges on members for cars parked in the society premises. Such income as parking charges is taxable. Now let us have a look at the various tax slabs which govern cooperative housing societies. Members, unlike individual taxation, which members are charged individually, societies do not have any exemption like ATC or ATD which they can avail of in income tax. there are no exemptions for cooperative housing societies. For any income which is above 10,000 rupees, the societies are charged 10% of the total income as income tax. For income, taxable income of a society which is between 10,000 and 20,000 rupees, societies are charged 20% and 20% on amounts above rupees 10,000 plus rupees 1,000 rupees. All taxable income above 30,000 are taxed at the rate of 30% for amounts over rupees 20,000 plus 3,000 rupees. These are the tax slabs for cooperative societies. All societies have to file their income tax return by September 30th every year. Societies whose taxable income is above rupees 10,000 are also supposed to pay advance tax in 3 installments during the financial year. So this is the basic understanding about income tax on cooperative housing societies. All societies should appoint a proper chartered accountant to compute their tax liability towards income tax. So much for today. Thank you.